to talk about how I can fit health into the program, right? How I can fit in my day without taking 90 minutes and staying on a treadmill, right? So that's what I want to talk about. So here it is. You need to eat well, and you need to exercise, okay? You guys got that? There you go. So I can sit down now, right? So this is about as useful as if you were to go to your psychiatrist and look him in the eyes, and he says, look, I know how to solve all your problems. Just stop being sad, be happy, right? It's not going to help you out much. It might be true, but it's not specific enough to actually help us change something, right? And so we got to do something else, right? We need to look at the specifics. This reminds me of a story, this old 1970s film strip. It's about this guy. He had several heart attacks, and he decides, I'm going to go and run so hard that I just kill myself. You know, I just want to end it now. And he goes, and it didn't work. He tries it again and again, and what ends up happening is he starts being happy, right? I don't recommend this. It's a little too dangerous. In fact, you could probably find an actor or two that's tried it. I can't imagine what you Google, but anyway, so this is too dangerous. Instead, we need to think of the more basics. Think of something smaller that we can do. So start with eating well, right? If you look at me, I understand what good food is. You know, I understand what healthy food is. My problem is portion control, right? I'm happy to have seconds and thirds and 11Zs, right? I'll just keep going. So here's a quick rule of thumb, or your palm, right? So your portion's supposed to be about the size of your palm. If you look at your plate and you got 4 palms worth of French fries and meat, you probably got too much, right? You need to cut back a little. Here's my problem is that I'm still hungry after that. So here's a meal that my wife introduced me to, thank goodness, right? And she says, you can eat as much of this until you're full. The problem I have with salad is, oh man, that's a lot of salad. I just can't get through it. And no kidding, this picture doesn't do it justice, but that bowl is that big, okay? And you know the problem with that is my jaw gets tired before I'm full. And so I need a machine that will do the chewing for me, right? So I found one. So we throw it all in the blender, right? And now we got a smoothie. So nothing too groundbreaking here. You probably heard of these before. I need to drink it. They're pretty tasty. There's one drawback with smoothies. They're really not photogenic. They look pretty gross, right? So it tastes good. Let me reassure you. And I didn't throw a burger and fries in there, right? That's the same thing that you saw on that previous slide. So one thing I like about this is it actually does fill you up, and it actually is good for you. There's a quote: when performance is measured, performance improves, right? And so I want you to keep that in mind as you're thinking. So we talk about eating healthy, right? So it's not about tracking calories. It's not about the minutia. It's about looking at a day at a time. So let's say, did I take this day? Did I exercise? Did I eat healthy this day? One day at a time. So here's my exercise program. Super simple, right? I just want to do my upper body. I want to do some aerobic exercises another day, and then lower body and repeat, right? So this is my magic formula. This is all the math in my slides, by the way. So 20 seconds of real intense exercise, 10 seconds of rest, repeat. So it's 4 minutes long. It's called a Tabata. So you can read more about this. But what's really cool is that will kill you. So you can do 5 exercises. So this is my tool of choice. It's called a kettlebell. And if you look on YouTube, you can find 5 different ways that you sling it around, and it works your whole body. So you got 5 of those, 5 Tabatas, and you're done. You don't have to stand on a treadmill all day. If you don't have a weight, you can do some body exercises, right? You've done push-ups or crunches. You could try to do push-ups for 4 minutes, right? You can work through that. So that's another way you can do it. If you're not into those and you want to try something new, thank goodness we have technology. So you might recognize this logo. You can use your phone and turn it in so it sounds like zombies are chasing you as you're running, right? Which, if you're not into running, you might be into surviving. So this gets my boys out the door all the time. So after 6 days of eating good and exercising and things, then you have the 7th day and you can just forget it all. And so you don't have to exercise, you can eat as much as you want, which is great, because sometimes you just have those cravings. You know the craving I'm talking about, right? So you might really, really want some. So the good thing here is after you have that craving, you could eat as much as you want on that 7th day, and then for the next 3 days, you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna do that ever again. And then the 3 days leading up to your next free day, you're like, oh, I only gotta wait one more day before I can go on. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on fitting health into your program. Thanks.